Well, there's a new plan to display and store Rhode Island's precious artifacts and treasures. The proposal comes with a $60 million price tag.
That's after the idea went back to the drawing board. NBC 10 political reporter Brian Crandall questioned the Secretary of State about the changes. He's here now with details. Brian?
Patrice, Jean, the new plan submitted by Secretary of State Gregg Amore cuts the cost, replacing a previous $100 million version. He and his predecessor have been calling for a new state archives for years.
I always get tingles when I see this.
Checking out Rhode Island's copies of the Declaration of Independence. One of them pulled out of a non-descript drawer.
This is my favorite one, and you can see Hancock's signature there.
They, along with thousands of the state's important documents, are tucked away in a storage room.
This should be out on display.
We're inside the portion of an office building the state currently leases for its archives in downtown Providence at a cost of $300,000 a year. And as he's been saying for a while now,
Rhode Island is the only state that does not have a state-owned, purpose-built archives.
Secretary of State Gregg Amore wants to build one. But the $100 million plan he submitted last year, first created by his predecessor, did not go very far in the legislature. So now he's back with a scaled-down version, a two-story building, half the size of the last plan, with a preferred location across the street from the State House on what is now the front lawn of the state's administration building.
We think this is a solution that is affordable and meets the requirements to preserve and protect our documents, but also make those special documents accessible to the public and to share Rhode Island's rich history.
Called the Rhode Island State History Center, the new vision includes a vault to protect and preserve documents, along with an education area and exhibit space to display high-profile artifacts. Cost $45 million.
This will certainly be a tourist attraction.
To reduce the size of that building, the new plan includes moving a large portion of the documents to the library at the University of Rhode Island. $15 million more for that. You use the word affordable. I mean, you're still talking $60 million here. Do you think that's a realistic ask in today's financial climate?
Yeah, I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's pay me now or pay me later. The state of Rhode Island will need a purpose-built archives building. This facility is filling up.
Is it hard to make the ask for that kind of money when there may not be people beating down the door being like, we need change? It's not like housing or health care.
Yeah, I actually think it's embarrassing that 49 states don't just get by. These are unique buildings, right? So they have requirements that a normal building would not. It's one of the reasons that it's very difficult to refurbish an existing building to support an archives. And so, yeah, there's a cost to making sure that the vault is built to preserve these documents.
Now the history teacher by trade has to sell that argument to lawmakers.
This is an essential part of preserving the history of the state, because the history of Rhode Island is the history of the nation.
Amore's plan calls for the funding to be included in the state budget, paid over the course of years. Now, the governor's office and House Speaker's office simply tell us they're reviewing the plan as part of the budget process. The Senate president says she's not looked over the plan yet, but calls a new archives, quote, an important step forward. I'm Brian Crandall, NBC 10 News.